I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
All righty then. What's going on, bro? How you been?
I'm good. Again.
Yeah.
So what's been going on?
Nothing much, man. Just fucking suffering through all this shit, listening through all this bullshit that they're putting out about Ukraine and all this crap. And
Man, did you watch the State of the Union address?
I watched part of it, man. I couldn't fucking watch it all.
Yeah, it that man. Everything it said out of him was lies and bullshit.
Yeah.
And then he's saying the same shit that Trump said last year, a couple years ago, talking about we need a better border and this and that. It's like, come on, dude.
Exactly.
Just because it's election
That's the
year.
part that's the part I was listening to, and I'm like, what the fuck? Am I having a deja vu moment or what the fuck?
Right, man. Oh, did you see the part with Marjorie Taylor Greene? What she said to him?
No.
When he was talking about something about troops coming back in flag draped coffins, and she yelled it out. Yeah, you had 13 of them. Talking about the Afghanistan.
Yeah.
She yelled it out at him while he was doing the damn speech. Section was fucking epic. I love that chick.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I understand everything happens in due time, and there's a time limit, and then things have to be done in a certain order. I completely understand that, but this clown that we have in office, I don't think, not that I don't think, I know that he does not to be sitting behind the Resolute desk. Like, there's no way in hell he's qualified to sit behind the Resolute desk. I'm more qualified than he is.
But the thing is, they never show him behind it. They never show him in the Oval Office. Never.
Well, they do, but it's not the Oval Office.
It's a set.
Exactly.
But why? Trump talked from the Oval Office. Trump met people in there. You show them actually people meeting there, and fucking old mumbles just yeah.
Oh, mumbles. Yeah. Well, let me put the link out there just in case we get anybody in chat, which we don't have nobody right now, but yeah, it's all right. We're not here for the viewers. We're here for
the restreamers.
We're for the restreamers and whoever wants to come in and support us and listen to our ranting and rating and our bullshit. But
right.
We're patriots just like everybody else.
Yep.
So here's the link. And where's the comments? There's comments. Man, it's been a long time since I've done this. I fell out of practice. So there's the link to StreamYard. You guys, anybody wants to come up, shoot the shit, say hi, you're more than welcome. We don't need no bullshit. You come up here. If you start with your bullshit, I will boot you off this damn live in a heartbeat. So
right. We don't mind anybody coming up and
the theme of this one is right. The theme of this one is don't piss on my back and tell me it's fucking raining, because that's all that's been happening lately. Everything I fucking see is bullshit. Okay, I'm done.
Yep. No, but this Ukraine shit, dude, it's all propaganda. Yeah, we understand it. Yeah, they are invading it, but if Russia really wanted to, they could just level all of Ukraine. But it seems like they don't want to. They just want to get certain territory that wants to be part of Russia. But they have been seeing.
Go ahead.
No, I said I have seen a couple videos. I don't know if they're new or not with them flying the Soviet Union flag, the old Soviet Union
Ukraine?
flag. No, Russia,
Oh,
because you know how Russia has the new flag, right?
you
So,
the USSR
but
flag.
yes, yes, they're all red with the
Hmm.
gold little sickle and whatever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I have
yeah,
seen a couple of them. I don't know if it's um like now or if it's old video like what else they've been putting out.
yeah. Where did you see it at?
Uh,
CNN, MSNBC,
um,
Fox? Hmm? Hmm?
I think it was Fox was
Oh, well,
showing
there
it.
it
It
is.
just
There it
yeah,
is.
yeah, I know. Yeah. And then on TikTok and people putting out the same bullshit. They see
Yeah,
stuff and
I love
and
TikTok though.
they regurgitate it. Yeah, you get a lot more information off TikTok than you do off any other stupid media.
Have you ever thought that that's why Trump was saying TikTok, TikTok? Like the time everybody thought it was the clock is ticking. Maybe it was like
Yeah,
go to TikTok because you'll get your fucking info. That's at least that was my opinion.
yeah. But with this new the media coming out, I guess it's already live. They already have it, but it's for iPhone right now.
Yeah, I have Truth Social on this iPad.
Yeah. How is it?
So I haven't been on it yet, to tell you the truth.
Hmm. Yeah.
I haven't been on it
Well,
because
I'm waiting.
the one time I did try to go on, it was just like a spur of the moment. I set it up and everything, and I was gonna go on, and I got something about a donation, so like I kind of discouraged, and I just fuck it, I left.
Yeah. Yeah, they said that they're having problems with it because so many people are jumping on it. I know they're having a lot of problems. People couldn't log in and stuff, but
Well, yeah, can
we'll
you
see.
imagine
We'll
how
see
many
how it is,
fucking people want to be on it?
right?
Everybody I know wants to be on it.
Yeah. See, the thing is, they say there's no censorship. You got to have some censorship. You do, because then you're gonna have all these fucking pedophiles on here doing stupid shit. You're gonna have people on there doing just shit like that. So you
Well,
got to
yeah,
have some censorship, but where it comes down to actually like posting truth, the actual real truth shit, yeah, that's cool. But when you get people, especially you're gonna get like anti fucking patriots and going on there and pulling their shit and talking shit, just like it, just like everywhere
trolls.
else. Yep. So you're gonna have that everywhere. You can't stop it because if it's an open platform, anybody can join.
Yeah, but they
So
do
it's
screen
gonna
you
have it.
really
It's
good.
yeah. Oh, they do.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
so I don't know if they're gonna be able to. I don't know if they accept me because I have so many different. Well, you gotta remember, I've been banned on YouTube how many times? Like 7. Facebook,
Right.
oh, I can't even count how many Facebook accounts I have, and so if they link all that together, it looks like it looks bad, but it's not
Yeah.
because of me trolling or anything. It's me because of me spreading the word, trying to spread the
Yep.
word. So I don't know if they're gonna take that into account or what.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, but this Ukraine shit though, man. I mean, they're spreading so much bullshit, so many videos from prior incidents and years ago, and they're saying it's real and that they're shooting babies and all this and this and that.
yeah,
But then they show uh Soviet or Russian POWs and shit, and they're talking about they were just told they were going on an exercise, and next thing you know, they're been told to drive
they're
over the
in
border.
they're in Ukraine.
Yep. There was a video the I watched earlier. The Ukraine say that they'll release the Russian POWs if their mothers come and pick them up. I'm like,
Oh, really?
I was like, are you fucking serious? That would be so epic. Come and get your kid. He's over and start war.
This is not. I don't see it as an invasion. They're showing like
It's not.
missiles hitting the buildings and stuff like that. Like, I don't see that
Yeah,
happening. Why is he gonna want to destroy his own land? Like, well, it's
exactly.
not
That's
his
what I'm
land, but
saying.
of course, you know what I mean.
Well, it was all part of the Soviet Union. That
Yeah,
his
exactly. At
thing
one
is
point.
eventually to get back the Soviet Union, to get back their land and the way it was. Um, like I said, they could have he could have went in, rolled straight over Ukraine, would have decimated them, but he's not. It's just like, we're going in there and show force, and you see most of the tanks and stuff that are the Russian tanks that are destroyed.
Park.
You see the houses around it
Hey, Ellen.
destroyed too.
Yeah.
Hello, Ellen. Yeah, and so it's like, is okay, Ukraine's hitting, obviously they're saying they're hitting the tanks and stuff, the convoys, but they're also hitting their own people. I mean, so it's like they say that they're being invaded and this and that and war crimes, but you look at the video that they're actually showing with the tanks being destroyed and stuff. There's like houses and everything just crumbled around them, and they're saying they've been hit by surface air missiles and all this and that. So it's like, what's really going on? We ain't gonna know the truth.
Exactly. We're never gonna know. We're never gonna know. Right now, we're. It's like the saying I always say: assumption is the mother of all fuck ups. I'm sorry, but if you get offended by my language, kiss my ass. Simple as that. But
Right.
it's true. We're assuming we know what's going on, when in all actuality, we don't know what the fuck is going on, because we will never know what the fuck is going on. They're never gonna tell us. They're never gonna tell us the whole fucking story.
Yep. And I mean, it's there's so much propaganda going on. It's hilarious. It's like I said, they're showing videos and stuff from 2019 and 2014, and it's like trying to say Zelensky's hardcore up at the front line shooting Russians when he's hiding in his bunker like a bitch.
Yeah, we don't want to use that kind of language, and this is a family channel, remember? Not.
Yeah, but it's like, come on, man. You go sit there and try to say everything's bad, everything's this and that, but when you turn around, it's you don't know what the truth is. Even
Exactly.
even the videos that show home videos of them saying that they're showing rockets falling and this and that. We don't know. That place has been at war with Russia for years. They've been battling at the border for years. So
Yeah.
it's like, come on, man.
It's just like right now I'm on YouTube on the TV, and I'm seeing one just popped up. I don't know when it was, but it says U.S. will need to get involved if Russia invades NATO countries. Come on now.
Which is
Really?
true. If they do
No.
invade a
Well, yeah,
NATO
but
country, because we have it's obligation, you have to protect your NATO. That's why we've sent people to Poland. We
yeah,
sent
because we're
people
the
to
world's police.
yes, yes. But Biden said we will not fight Russia. Which I mean,
Oh, that'll be the fucking stupid.
yeah, it is, because I mean he's already put his okay. What people don't understand, when he said he put his nuclear deterrent there, it's not his nuclear offensive. He's not sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm gonna nuke you guys." He's saying, "If you guys come in, we got our shit ready," and they ain't fucking around. They see that our administration is weak. That's the reason why all this shit's going down. They will never do. They won't do this to a strong president, a strong U.S. They won't. We're so screwed right now. Half of us.
We're the laughing
No,
stock of the
that's
world right
70.
now.
Exactly. And even they said the Russian ambassador at the UN said that the true president was Trump, that it was taken from him, and everybody got all bitchy and shit because he said that. Which, see, you got to go back into the when Trump did that worldwide tour when he first got in.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
When he went talking, yeah. So he has a lot of partners in there, which
Yeah. He has a lot of
so
allies, or
yes.
should we say? Well, you got to think. Look at Kim Jong Un. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yep.
right now he's not going to be an ally of the United States. He's going to be against the United States. I mean, who's he
yeah.
going to gang up with?
Yep.
I wonder.
Yep. Iran, China, Russia, North Korea. Yeah, everything's gonna start
Yeah.
going to hell because it's yeah that we're weak. Our military's weak right now because of all the people they kicked out for not taking this bullshit thing. And but yeah, they think just because they kicked them out, if you can't, you never unlearn your shit that you learn when you're in the military. That you don't just unlearn it. You don't forget it. So we have all the veterans here, and
Oh yeah, no, but here
yeah,
on U.S. soil, we're well protected. Like, trust me,
oh yeah,
we're
yeah,
well
we're
protected. There ain't
yeah,
nobody gonna invade here. Like, no.
nope,
Um, but foreign abroad, that's a whole different story. There's Americans everywhere, and we got to watch out for those Americans as well.
yeah, that is true. What I said by weak is just the outlook we look by our
We look
administration.
weak.
Our administration looks weak. Yes, we
Well,
know we're
hell, look
not.
at
We're
we have
not
in
weak.
office.
Yeah,
We have
old
clown.
mumbles.
We have a clown as president. Jesus Christ, I can't even believe I said that.
Yeah, the commander in diapers.
The commander in diapers, yeah, Mr. Huggy himself. But yeah, it's good to see you, Ellen. It's been a long time, my friend. Been a long time. I miss you. I really do. I've been kind of busy, with life and big plans to. Hey, Mr.
Hey,
Dunny,
John.
why don't you come up here? Links. Here, I'll post the link again. But yeah, I've been busy because I'm probably gonna relocate to John's neck of the woods, Indiana. Um, Hopefully, if everything goes as planned here within the next month, I should be out there.
Yeah.
There's a link again, John. Yeah, aren't you Ellen in that area somewhere, general ballpark hemisphere type?
Northeast, central, central northeast.
Yeah, United man, somewhere in the middle of the United States, or
Now you're sounding like fucking mumbles over there. Biden talking about you know
uh,
where.
yeah, you know what I mean, you know. But
Yeah.
oh man,
No.
yeah, it's been a long, bumpy road, and I'm tired of it. My shocks have been blown out on my ride. Not ban, right? Add the stream. Yeah, I want to ban him. Hey, Mr. Dunny.
How's it going?
It's
What's up, brother?
going slowly but surely.
Yeah, I was up at the People's Rally today.
Is that right?
Oh man.
How did that go?
Yes,
It's
I
like,
heard. I seen that on I think on TikTok. I seen where they're talking about Indianapolis
yeah,
having a big old rally.
it's
Yeah,
a pretty good
I
sized
heard about.
rally. A
Yeah,
lot of
I
trucks.
wish I could have made one of the one of those rallies, but
Man, I
not
still
my
wish I was
time.
driving the Freedom Convoy.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. That's what this bus is made
Man,
for.
right? Oh, you'll have more opportunities. There's a lot of stuff we gotta say.
This is just the spark.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
there's so much corruption, and pretty much, if you really get down to it, it's all a lie. It's every bit of it.
Yes, sir. Man.
And it's kind
That
of it's people are waking up, but a lot of people aren't really doing their research. Even like at that event, there's a lot of people still asleep. You know, they're out there yelling freedom and waving their flags and stuff like that, and that's a good thing. But it's kind of like they didn't even really see the big picture. You know, there's more to it than this.
Oh yeah. This well goes real deep. But what do you think about the videos coming out of Ukraine, John?
About the what?
The videos and stuff coming out of Ukraine.
That, well, too, you like with what's going on over there, there's a lot of corruption. Ukraine is probably one of the biggest money laundering. Uh, it's the capital of money laundering, basically.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And in Ukraine, the United States and a lot of the NATO nations and stuff like that interfered with Ukraine, basically kind of screwed Russia
yeah,
because of the resources and the location and everything like that.
yeah,
Well, when Trump in 18, he signed, well, he got involved with Israel with the Abraham Accord.
yes,
Well, the Abraham Accord allowed Israel, well, the United States recognized Jerusalem as the capital.
Yeah.
Which, in a sense, it gave Israel authority to reclaim some of the land that was in dispute over there.
yeah,
Which is basically, when they did that, then Putin's like, well, if you'll let them do that, then why can't I reclaim the land that you guys screwed me out of?
yes,
And plus, there's a lot going on in Ukraine as far as like the labs over there. In Ukraine, with the backing of the United States and the NATO, the Kremlin, what's that little
Crimea.
Crimea, Ukraine cut off their water supply. And that's one thing Putin's kind of pissed about because, you know, they need that. That was the only source of fresh water for Crimea. And they dammed it off where they couldn't have no water.
Yeah,
So, you know, Putin's trying to do what, you know, I think what's kind of taken on, the United States put their nose in places shouldn't have been. And NATO and UN and all these different, you know, it's trying to get that globalist one world system put in place.
yeah.
And I think it's they're breaking that up and trying to set the tide straight again.
Yeah, yeah, because you see like the Donbass and stuff. They're actually Russia that they from the USSR
Right.
that was broken up. So he's trying to reunite his country,
Right.
which I don't see a problem with that.
Right.
The thing I do see is how everybody's jumping to, oh, we gotta help Ukraine. Why? It's
Well, I think too, a lot of what's going on, I think it's kind of fake.
oh yeah,
But it's more so to get exposure, to expose those labs that were over there, to expose the political family members who were on the board of Burisma and, you know, all this corruption. It's all to expose it. And, you know, from what I see, a lot of the videos aren't even, you know, what mainstream media, oh, he's attacking Kyiv. Well, Kyiv has like our Washington, D.C. Now, either that's wrong or the news is wrong, because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's being destroyed and bombed. But, you know, when you look at that video, it's like there's no bombs coming down.
yeah. I mean, and they're showing videos from like how they show Zelensky in his flak jacket and everything. They're saying that he's at the front line and he's hiding in his bunker, like
Right.
every president would during a war. He ain't out there on the front lines. It's all propaganda and bullcrap.
Right.
I mean, huh? My daughter. Yeah, but I mean, like the videos going around with civilians throwing Molotovs at tanks. That was from 2014 during the riot with Ukraine and the Donbass and stuff. they were going against Ukraine. Those are Ukraine vehicles that they were throwing Molotovs at.
Right.
And it's like you don't know what to believe, what not to.
Right.
There's so much just lies flowing around. We won't know what's going on. We will never know.
But it's all exposure. It's exposing the media, how they can be manipulated and controlled. The elections, how they can be manipulated and controlled. Our finances, or and really, who has the control? Biden don't have control.
Oh
and
no.
And two, even a lot of people are out there yelling Trump, Trump, Trump. No, Trump was put there. I don't know if that was the whole reason of the Space Force.
Mm-hmm.
The Space Force is actually the 17th intel service or agency of the United States.
Yep.
Did you hear what I just said?
The 17th.
Yeah. Which is what? Which is Q. So, there's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of symbology. And, did you watch the State of the Union?
Oh my God, that was a shit show. That was a straight shit show.
I didn't know if to cry or to laugh.
I did laugh when what's the name, the Lori Bulwerk, when she yelled out about the 13 soldiers from Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the best part of the whole shit show, was her actually calling them out during his speech.
And then they pan around and show some of their faces. It was like shock and awe.
No one could believe she did it. But you see her when she was like, "Oh, she had to." Yeah, she was awesome. Yeah,
I missed that.
It was all. Yeah, dude, it was funny as hell. But yeah, the whole thing was a bunch of lies, a bunch of shit. Like he's talking about, oh, we need a stronger border. And it's like, what? If you wouldn't have stopped the border from being destabilized, I mean, we would have a strong border.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an election year, so they're gonna try everything to get votes. But yeah, this is the year they fall.
Yeah.
We have to. If we don't take back this country, there's not going to be anything for like our children's children.
Oh, exactly.
And a lot of people don't understand that. They think, oh, well, it's a bunch of conspiracies, a bunch of bullshit. No, it's not. It's everything's out there to find. They don't hide anything.
But too, it's like, good looks bad, bad looks good, or what looks good might be bad, and what's bad might be really good, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now, and it's all to show us. I believe there are people in this, that's like our government, and when you start looking at our government, and even the architecture of like DC and stuff like that.
Yes, the buildings. Yes.
Actually, our government is not what we as Americans think it is. The whole concept of our government and everything is not what we think it is. It's actually, more of the Roman time period, which was actually Nazis, because the Romans, it's like they morphed.
Yeah.
They still existed, but they changed their names.
Oh,
kind
of
of
course.
kind of like how the Templars, through time, they're still around. They just changed their names.
Yes. That's another thing about church. Yeah, we were talking about the churches. well, it's like we don't know. Like, okay, today I went to Catholic mass for Ash Wednesday, but I also go to Christian services, and I always have questions about different things in the Bible that I read and that contradicts
Yeah.
the Bible itself.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
And so it's like I asked like my pastor something about what a Catholic but he's like, oh well, Catholics are bad. Um, hold on, I will be right back and get in the call. 1 second.
No timeouts. You got to stay. No. But yeah, that's what we were talking about, how they're just playing against each other. It's just the Catholics say that Christians are bad, all other religions are bad, and then vice versa. And I don't know. To me, everything is manipulated. To me, it's like, yes, I believe I was born and raised Catholic. I did the whole altar boy catechism, the whole 9 yards. My kids are baptized, the whole in the Catholic Church, and I still pray. I still do my rosary beads and all that, but I don't go to church to worship him. I feel like you don't need to. You can worship him in your own way. That's the way I do it. Even though I don't see eye to eye with Big Man, but it's like a father love hate relationship. Yes, I love him, but do I speak to him? We're not on speaking terms, put it that way. But if he calls me, I'll come running. So that's pretty much where I stand with it.
It's like everything. I always use the word double-sided sword or
Yeah.
double-edged sword. You've got good and bad in everything. That goes from churches to the police force, to the government, to the agencies, to even our friends and relatives and individuals. They could be either or. They're either good or bad. So what happens in society is kind of like a manifestation of the morals of a civilization. If we let our morals slack and slide, and you look at how a lot of people try to say there is no God, there is no creator, there is, so then what do you have if you do away with that? You have nothing but like Sodom and Gomorrah, where it's do as thy will. That means if you want to screw a pig, go screw a pig. There's no morals, there's no ethics, there's nothing to stop you. There's no penalty for it.
Yeah, no, that's completely true, and that's the one thing I always say. People like the younger generations have no morals. Like, I feel like my generation is one of the last ones that morals were instilled into. Like, I have morals, and I do care about my fellow man, and I do care about I care. That's the whole reason. I'm not one to come on camera. I'm not one to put myself out there. I'm very camera shy. I'm a very shy person. They call me solo for a reason, because I'm always by myself. I'm always in the shadows. I'm always the one at the back. When you go to a high school dance and there's that one kid that's always standing in the back just watching everybody. Well, that's usually me, because I don't know if I don't know how, or I just don't like it. I just don't trust people in general. Like, in large crowds, I seem to always go bad for me, but I do care. I love this country with a passion. My dad fought for this country. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to fight for it, but that's one of the biggest mistakes in my life, that I was too busy raising kids and working and everything, because I started working when I was 14, so I didn't have that military mentality until later in life, and it was already too late by then. But I truly love this country. I hate the government, but I love the country, and I'll do anything. I'll give my life to this country.
Exactly. And I think everybody's that way. And it's not so much our country, for our fellow man, for our family, for the children. We'll give our life for that. And in some ways, the whole patriot thing it hurts us in a way, because here, let me see if I can find that video for you.
Yes,
Now,
sir. Pull it up. I was just gonna ask you. We're gonna get banned today because John's pulling up a video.
you
We're gonna
already
get
know it,
two.
don't you?
We're gonna have a double whammy today. Oh, let me see. What did you put up there, Alan? Yeah. I, God's law. I, I don't want to say it's God's law. I want to say it's man's law. Like it's just common sense. Um, I'm sorry to interrupt that, but I don't think. You know what? I can, but we're gonna have to wait until he comes back because I can't. I'm on my iPad and I don't have the share option on this one. I have to be on my laptop, so I'm gonna have to pull a rabbit out of my butt somehow and try and get them both synced up together because my laptop doesn't have camera.
Yeah, there's just evil to all of God's laws, and made young ones God's laws were not right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you think of that?
I don't really know what you're trying to say, Ellen. Evil to all of God's laws, and made our young ones God's laws were not right. Is that kind of like saying that things have been reversed, where the young kids don't believe in God's laws anymore? Which is,
I think
is that
that's
is
what she was getting at.
that is pretty much, well, that's about everything, and that's what the devil wanted to do. The evilness, wants to make up down, right is left. That's the whole smoke and mirrors. That's the delusion, and that's kind of God's laws are pretty simple, you know, but we live in a program or a system where there's 36,000 laws and regulations when we don't need all that. That is for the rulers to be able to use against people, us. Now they call us terrorists.
Yeah, domestic terrorists at that. Like, ugh. You're back, bro?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay. Go ahead and keep him company. I gotta set up my laptop so I can stream his video real quick.
Okay. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. So like I was saying about the Bible, I have a lot of questions. And when I asked, like my pastor, he is always saying, "Oh, well, that's wrong. The Catholic way is wrong." Well, what makes the Catholic way wrong, and what makes the Christian way right? Like, I'm native, so before all we were colonized, we had our stuff, and it didn't hurt nobody. We believed in it. We believed in a creator, and we believed in the Mother Earth.
Right.
That's where we get everything. We get our food. We get our life from the earth. So to us, everything's sacred.
Exactly. And
And
really, in true a true believer in God, that's the way they should be.
yeah,
Native Indians really had it right. Where we say Jesus, the natives call it the great
the
peacekeeper,
creator.
right?
Yeah.
You know, which, we use Jesus, other places use Yeshua, different places use, pretty much it's the basic and it's the same thing. It's all about
Yeah.
morals and a spirituality and a connection with our creation.
Yes.
God, a lot of people want to say, when they say God, they think of a person,
Yeah.
but God is everywhere and God is everything.
Yes, he is.
And that's just like in the biblical part where God took dirt and made man, breathed life into it.
Yes.
So that's in a reality or a way of saying, okay, God and Mother Earth, because it took the Earth.
Yes.
It took both,
Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
Right. And that's why I say people want to make it complicated and they want to say, I'm right, you're wrong. It's like, no. I mean, there's different ways of expressing, because it's like if somebody says, describe our Creator. I don't think we even have the vocabulary or the mental capacity to do that.
Exactly. Yeah, I've always believed you learn what you're supposed to learn while you're here on Earth. Once you find when you learn your, I guess, your lessons and teachings and stuff, then you transition to the next. Well, I like when you die, you transition to the next one, to the next level. Um, and like with the whole um, you do whatever, and then as long as you ask for forgiveness, kind of thing, then it's okay. Everything's wiped clean. But I have a problem with that because like what says a pedophile will sit there and ask for forgiveness, and yeah,
I think,
there's some
yeah,
things that are not forgivable.
right. There is that line. And this is why I think you got the yin and the yang, or the
Yes,
good and the evil. There's that line.
that balance.
You can't cross that line. If you do, okay, it's over.
Yeah,
You're
there's no coming back from that.
right. And even in like the Bible, it says, especially when it comes to the children,
Yes,
if you do something to harm a child, you just put a stone around your neck and jump in the ocean.
yes. Oh, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
but ow.
If you stop and think about it, it's hard not to sin. And there was only one that never, you would say that was the great peacekeeper, Jesus. Um, that's who we should be our example,
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. I've always believed you live. I mean, we all sin. We all do.
Yeah, we're
No,
sinners.
nobody's perfect.
Right.
But as long as you stay morally good, you're all right. Once you start, yeah, everybody loses their way every now and then, and we can always come back. But yeah, there's a certain line that if you cross, there's no coming back from that.
Right.
There's evil out there that you can't come back from.
Way I look at it, our Creator is our Father,
Yes.
and he knows every move we make. And if we do something, a lot of times, well, not a lot, but sometimes we'll even sin without knowing it.
Yeah.
But you can always pray and ask for forgiveness, and it doesn't mean you have the right to sin. It just means that, it's just like me being a father. You know, my children have messed up, but I don't stop loving them for it.
Yeah,
You
of course.
know, and I have understanding that you know, they got into a situation or what have you in life, you know, and some things everybody gets into that situation, you know.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let them learn,
Right.
and you got. Yeah, I mean, it's. We have 18 years to mold them to do right. After 18 years, once they get out, they're gonna get out and learn everything, all the bad stuff, anyways. No matter what we do, we can't shield them from the evil out there.
Right.
We just gotta hopefully keep them where it morally on the right side.
Right.
Um, yeah, I mean, like I wasn't a perfect father. There was stuff that I did that I knew I shouldn't have done, and but I was never taught to be a father.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, everything for me was I was 21 years old, had a baby. My family said, "Oh, there you go,"
Yeah. Good
and
luck.
yep, pretty much. And it's like sometimes I wish that I could have been with around a family that shows that love, but which I mean I love my family, but we're our dynamics different. We show love different. Um, but I try to break some of those generational curses and stuff. I've tried to break them. Um, and try to teach my kids better than how I was raised, but I wasn't too soft on them either. Um, I told them how it was. I never lied to my kids, um, and I think I did okay. But,
Well,
yeah, I mean,
and two, I think, you know, because of the way our system is, and we've been
yeah,
programmed, you know, the programming wants us to be this way, which is actually against our nature.
yes,
You know, we should be trying to live our life and learning how to take care of the earth and our children and our families, and but instead the way the program or the system is, you know, you have to work your life away.
yes,
Now then it gets into where both parents have to work. So now the child is left with really learning from the internet, uh,
yep.
teaching each other, you know, um,
Because they ain't learning from school. I'll tell you
right,
that.
or what they are. It's actually harmful, you know.
Yeah, yes. I mean, I trip out on the things that they don't have in school anymore. Like they don't have auto class and any kind of anything where it actually teaches you something that you can learn that you can use outside of school.
Well,
And
even the whole concept of school, um, it's good to learn, but like you said, we need to learn life experiences
yes,
more so than false history, um,
yep,
false mathematics, false science. You know, science is a big thing because science is actually trying to disprove there was ever a God and a creator.
yeah,
You know, God created everything, and they're trying to manipulate for profit. That's what they're doing with they're manipulating seeds so that the plants will grow prettier and be more
bigger.
resilient and resist pesticides and this and that. But but that's just like I just watched a documentary on like the tomatoes. And it's like they did all this alteration to it. And yes, it will last 3 weeks or longer. And it will withstand a drop from like off of a table without busting.
Yeah,
But then when they did a test of the nutrients in it, over half of the nutrients were gone.
Yeah.
So now we're eating food that doesn't really have the nutrients in it. That's why we got obesity, because people aren't getting full. They're not getting
Yep.
satisfied, so they have to
Yep.
overeat. And not to mention all the injections they're giving the animals, and then we consume that meat, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. It's because there's too many people, so they have to make food faster. They have to raise stuff faster, so they put all these hormones in them to bulk them up, to get them bigger and
They
grow them
don't,
faster.
but that's the
Yeah.
illusion. That's the illusion.
Hmm.
Because, yes, there's more people, but we could grow more food.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
there's so much land out here in this
Oh, yeah.
country.
That's
I,
what I
I
said.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, I drove trucks across country for 5 years. Um, so I got to see all this land. And there's so much land that's not used, that's owned by the government or owned by just
Exactly.
and yeah, it all it is them keeping it to where they control us. That's
There
all it
you
is.
go. That's it. It's about control and profit.
Yep.
You know, that's like if they can make a tomato last 3 weeks, and so now you've employed the chemical companies and you've employed the farmers, but you're killing society.
Yes.
You know, it's all about creating. And when you hear these politicians, oh, we created 30,000 or 2 million jobs. It's like, yeah, people out there making minimum wage or less, both families having to work, and they're fighting over overtime, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, people, we can do better than this,
Oh yeah.
you know?
I mean, like I said when all the fast food, they're like, oh, we want $15 an hour. I was like, okay, well, what do you want for that? I mean, that's not a livable job.
Right.
That's it's a entry level job to teach you your work values and work ethic. That's what these fast food stuff is. You're not supposed to retire from McDonald's.
Right. Well,
I
and
mean, but
you know, those fast food jobs, and just like when I was growing up, I worked on a farm. I worked on
yeah,
farms, you know, putting in hay, cutting tobacco, hanging tobacco, you know, mowing yards, you know, different things like that, which was
yeah,
good work ethics. But at the same time, that I didn't see where I would ever make a living doing that. You know, I
yeah,
could not feed a family. That was, you know, I was in high school, you know,
yeah,
which was pocket money, you know. With my family, I was able to buy some of my school clothes and help out with my books and stuff like that, to
yeah,
take some of the burden off of my parents, you know.
yeah. Yeah, I started working at 16. My first job was Burger King, and I worked there till I was 18, and then I moved on, and then I started going into retail, and then I went into security, then I went into driving. Right now, I work for the in-home supportive services as a caregiver.
Right.
Um, I'm happy with that. I know it's not. I mean, I want a different job later. It's just with the surgeries I just had. It's it's sufficient for now. It pays the bills, and I mean, I'm not like raking in money, but to me, as long as my bills are paid, I got food in my belly, and my wife is happy, then I'm good.
Exactly.
I'm,
That's all we want in life, is to have to be able to live without working our life away and having to worry about all these things we worry about, which we
yeah,
are capable of doing that as a society,
yeah,
especially once you start learning money.
yeah.
Money is created out of thin air,
Oh yeah,
you know. So why can't they put more money into the people's pockets? You know, they've given everybody in society the idea, you know, we have to work our lives away.
mhm,
And then if you're one of the fortunate ones who's making good money, maybe you can have a pension, or maybe a 401k or something to that,
yeah,
which, okay, that's fine and dandy. What about the people who can't?
yep,
not everybody is fortunate enough to find one of these good jobs because we got so many people in this world. You know, you're there's going to be people who can't afford. But look at the wealthy. Look at the gap
Oh yeah.
between the homeless people to the people who have islands and yachts and aircraft and underground bunkers and you know
Yeah.
it's like why can't these people come down a little bit, well quite a bit really, and let everybody else have a
Right.
little bit, you know.
Yeah.
There
Uh,
should be no reason why anybody's living on the streets. You know, we've got 17 intelligence agencies and the biggest military in the world, and we can't stop drugs and people from coming in here trying to kill us. You know,
Right.
but it's really
Right.
our own people. You know, our own manufacturers, and you know, putting our own FDA and not doing their job, and it's all about them making money.
Oh yeah. They got to let the drugs in. How else are they going to keep the prisons full?
There you go.
They have to. I mean, all this stuff. It all changed in the early '90s. Where I mean, it went. You could see just by the music. It went from love and like family and I mean stuff like that to money, drugs, and women.
Yeah,
And all these young kids and stuff. Well, I was one of them. Fall into that life and think
yeah,
that's the way it is. And I was fortunate enough not never to be locked up and got into anything like that. I mean, I'd say I was always protected. Um, but the way society is now, everybody wants something for nothing. They like these younger generation. They want to be rich fast. They don't want to work. They don't have that
ethic.
mindset. Yeah, and it's like a lot of it has to do with us. We didn't want our kids to be hard like we were, so we babied them, and we raised a generation of babies. A lot of them want stuff for nothing. They don't want to work, and if they do want to work, they want to get some outrageous salary and but for nothing. And all of them want to be internet famous and stuff. Welcome back, bro.
Yeah. How, can you hear me? I had to switch
Yeah, yeah.
headsets. I had this it's a big old mess. But John, can you do me a favor and drop the link one more time in private chat, please?
All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in our society that needs a change. Um,
And that's why it's good about right now.
yeah.
Everything's being put out here right in front of us. We're seeing how our government works. We're
Yep.
seeing how our banking works. We're seeing how everything is bullshit. And
Yep.
maybe if we can come together as a people, if we can um, get rid of all these false beliefs, like racist. You
Yeah.
know, everybody wants to throw that word out there, but that word doesn't even exist. We are one race, and that's the human race. We all
Yeah.
bleed red. We all bleed the same. We all have the
Yeah.
same eyes. We all smell the same air. You know, do we have differences? Yes, but that's just culture.
That yeah, that's what makes it beautiful is there
There,
is
yeah,
difference. There
exactly.
there's different ethnicities, there's different cultures, there's different foods. Even, I mean, that's what makes this world beautiful
Right,
is how different we are, but how the same we are.
right.
Um, that's I've always loved like just reading history stuff to find out like different you like if like I'm going into like the Book of Enoch um and stuff like that, like stuff that was kept out of the Bible. And I'm trying to read why was it kept out? Well, because of certain things that they say, and it's they don't want us to know because of control. They don't, yeah, like you said, it all comes down to control. They pick and choose what they want us to know.
And you have to be careful. That's like some people, like the biblical terminology and beliefs, like
Yeah.
fallen angels. Um, Now you have the modern day that says, well, they were aliens.
Yeah.
And then you have like these TV shows, ancient aliens, and it's like, no, these were actually at a time when um, the angels, the fallen angels, were on the earth. They were they were the ones that were breeding everything, trying to
Mhm.
alter DNA, all kinds of, and sacrificing people and eating people and different things like that.
Yep.
And that's why the Great Flood.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was to
They
that was
to
to
wipe
take
it off.
right, but unfortunately, it didn't completely. There was still like a residue, um,
Yeah.
and that's what
There
we.
was some mold on the ark.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It's a battle. That's what it is. And like the whole Bible, it's your interpretation of it.
Right.
Some people read it and they'll take a different thing out of it than you will.
Yeah.
That's what's good about having like discussions like this, talking. Because there's stuff that I don't know, and I have questions, but it's like, who do you ask? Because there's always one side to it, and they want to stick to their side, and it's just they're just saying the same thing over and over. It's like what they were taught, they're just saying, and they're not open to actually, like, when you dig in. I don't know if I just read it too literal, or, but yeah, there's so much stuff that I still need to learn, and I want to learn, and yeah, your information that I need.
Well, and that's the beauty of it. It's a walk. It's a journey.
Yes, it is.
And don't ever say I know it all. You know,
Oh yeah, never.
that's like I learn there. And too, I look like you know um, the Indian culture and the Jewish and the Buddha and all these other things. And as you do that, it's like, wow, there's so much similarities.
Yeah,
Uh,
there is.
so there had to have been something to this.
Yeah.
And then you got the scientific, where there's a group of people that really do not want the world to believe in a creator and a God,
Yes.
especially the science community. And that's why you have the Church of Scientology. They want you to believe that um, aliens existed. They want you to believe all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I believe there is something out there, because the heavens are infinite and vast. So for us to say, well, there's only us, is, I mean, I've never seen it. Um, but just, yeah, to me, just think, if we can't be the only ones out
Well, I mean, and this is my opinion.
here. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything out there, but I do believe there is something out here, meaning I think there's more land mass on this plane that we are on than they led us to believe.
Oh yeah.
If you read the Bible in the very first beginning of the Old Testament, how God created the earth.
Yeah.
He created the sun, he created the moon, which that in a sense created time. Um, he created the heavens and the firmament. And then once you start studying what's a firmament, um, we're kind of enclosed. They call
Yeah.
it the Van Allen belt. That's what the scientists call it, but it's the firmament.
Yeah.
And it talks about the ether, and there are actually videos and stuff. Science came up with back in the Roman days of the Big Bang. theory. And then you
Mhm.
hear that word, theory,
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
Bang theory, in order to disclaim God, to take people and start, oh, well, Big Bang, and then evolution. Well, that just goes totally against what the Bible's saying. So
Yes,
they're
it does.
creating this. They're creating this story over here, which is totally against the truth. And once you start, and just like the native Indians know this best of all, the earth and everything upon it was given to the people. It wasn't given to ExxonMobil. It wasn't given to, all this stuff that's being resourced is actually stealing from the people
Yeah.
because they're taking the oil out. They're using our labor to do it.
Yeah.
So we're the resources, taking the resources out of the ground, and then they profit heavily off of it, and then they resell it to us.
Yeah. And they don't know what they're doing when they're taking out the oil. The oil is the lubricant to the world. That's where
It's
you get all the earthquakes, the
it's
tectonic plates.
yeah, it's the blood. The
Yes.
earth is actually a living, breathing. Um, I wouldn't say, I don't know really what word to use for it, but it's, all life is on it, and it
Yes.
it contains life, and it,
It is life.
it is life, right? And that's like a lot of the codes and different things. We just went through a different time stage, um, as this of this earth. Um, so the earth is changing, and I think that's why we have a reaction ourselves. That's why
Yeah.
we get sick and we get colds and different things. And they're wanting to say viruses and all this different bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, it's just, that's just like when this all started. There was one nurse. She said, she used to go mountain climbing, and she says all these symptoms resemble elevation sickness.
Yeah.
If you look it up, it's like wow. And I was taking some. There's a organic stuff you can get for elevations, and it helps. I actually breathe a little better. Look at all the forest fires we've had, and look,
Yeah.
you know, um, elevation sickness is basically where thin air, lack of oxygen.
Yeah.
You know,
So what was this video you were gonna do?
the one I just posted,
Yeah.
that was a comparison of Nazi Germany to the United States.
Oh, okay. Are you here, bro?
Solo lost his audio.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's so everything that we're told is, I say, bullshit.
It is very much.
It's
And you got
it's
people saying, "Well, this is what's going on." It's like, well, there's so much going on. Really, we don't know. Um,
exactly.
but just like I was saying, there are things I can tell you factual, like the Abraham Accord took place, and then what Putin's doing. I think Putin's mentality is, well, you let them do it. Why can't I?
Right?
You know?
Oh, let me see. I'm gonna text Zella real quick and see if he's on or if he's off or what's going on. Let me see. Oh, okay. He said he lost his audio.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you could share it, I mean, if not, then we'll Let's go ahead and end it here.
Well, you guys got the link. If you guys, if we show it, they might pull us down.
Yeah.
And but there's the link if you guys want. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll end it here then. It's already midnight over here for us. So probably
Yeah.
what, 2 o'clock over there? 3 o'clock?
3:11.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go ahead and end it. Then we'll pick it up tomorrow. If someone wants to do it tomorrow, then we'll be back on.
Well, it was good chatting.
Oh yeah, always good chatting with you, brother. Yeah, you have a good night.
You too.
All right.
Solo, you have a good night as well. I know you can't reply, but have a good evening.
Oh yeah. All right. Talk to you later, John.
Yep. Take care.
All right. You too.